Hey friends, welcome to my page DIY Crafts with Dar. Happy Tuesday. We're going to make our new, okay, that's a hair in my mouth. We're going to make it our new arch frame. Okay, so I have a whole new set and I cut out all of them of inserts. And so this time we're going to do our fall one and I'm going to show you how to do the frame. Okay, so there's a couple of different frames. This is the double, it's like the double arch and it's like smooth, and then there's a scalloped one that's available that's a single scallop or a double scallop. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We'll do the frame first so that we can glue it together and it can be drying, and then we will get our little insert done. How is everybody? Just go ahead and say hello so I know you're watching. Tell me what you're up to this morning. What's going on? I just got up, so yeah, it is not a lot going on here yet. Not a lot. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Let me go ahead and put this here. And I have, you know, it's so funny because I very seldom wear a shirt that doesn't have anything on it. And this one, I think I bought this one and then realized it has a pocket. Like the center part is not open for me to do inking on. I did get a bunch of new shirts to do some fall and Halloween. I got purple and a rust colored one, a black one. So we have some t-shirts coming up, guys. I was trying to put myself in the corner. There we go. Okay, so we have some t-shirts coming up too. Have some more fun chocolate tour projects. What's going on? It's like there is stuff right here. I don't know what that is. Yeah, maybe it's from my chalk paste or my ink, whatever. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Little bits of it. All right, guys. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Yeah, we are just starting out our week. Yesterday was Monday. Oh my goodness, my poor postman had so many packages. I still have, okay, so one more person paid yesterday. I have 9 people still that need to pay. Please pay your invoices so I can get it out of my living room. My husband would love it if I could get all of the orders out of the living room. I have everybody's orders pulled, so you have to pay. Don't have a choice. You asked for it. I have it ready for you to go. So please pay so I can get everything out. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm trying to find my page. It's one of those mornings where I'm like, okay, who's on first? Who's on first, guys? Okay, I got to my page. Am I live on my page? Okay, there I am. Let me share this over to VIP group. Oh my goodness, guys. Yeah, yesterday was super busy. It always is. Mondays are always a little cray-cray. Tara and I get back to, where's my VIP page? There it is. We get back to our schedule, you know, being off on the weekend. I used to work 7 days a week as far as with the orders, but I don't do that anymore. Orders wait that come in on the weekend. They just wait, so they build up and we get all those things going again. So let me just say hello to everybody. Hi, Karen Ross. Hi, Laura. Hi, Denise. Hi, Sarah. Good morning. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Holly. Oh, Sarah, on your way to your kidney doctor this morning. Okay, I hope everything is going well. All your numbers are good for you. Oh, that's always stressful, isn't it? Hi, Darlene Barr. Hi, Lori. I sent a message to my doctor about my blood clot because I'm getting to the end where I only have a few more weeks of my medication. I think I now have maybe 3.5 weeks of my medication left. And so I want to make sure that it's completely gone. On the weekend, the back of my calf was sore. I don't know if it's just because it was sore. You know, sometimes sometimes there's a reason. But I'm like, I want to make sure. Can I get another appointment to go back in and they can do the Doppler thing again so that we make sure that this thing did dissolve? So I'm hoping that they will call me back or just even put a referral in, please. I don't want to go through all this all of this medication and it didn't do what it was supposed to do. They did tell me if it doesn't dissolve it, it would mean surgery. So we don't want to have to go there. But I tell you what, I definitely don't want to have a pulmonary embolism because it's ridiculous and and it doesn't dissolve it. So I think it's working. I think it is. Okay, let's get this going here. I think what we should do is we probably should do this. Okay, I probably should do this separate. You know what? We're going to do this second. Okay, we're going to do this first. This is the back part, the little stand. Okay, so we are going to set that to the side for a second and just paint this black. Okay, I don't ever paint the backer piece because you don't need to. It's not going to show. So I'm just going to paint these two pieces black. We will, if you want to sand them, maybe we should sand them a little bit, just kind of make them a little rustic. Where's my sander? Do I have my sander? I don't know if my sander is here or not. It's probably in my drawer. All right, let's just get it black. I don't see my sander. Darlene. Yeah, I don't see what I want. Maybe we'll just ink the edges. Let's do that. Let's do that. Hi, Janine. How are you? Hi, Vicky. Hi, Lori. How is everybody? Happy Tuesday. Okay, let's bring this over. Let's put some black paint in here. Actually, we probably could just put some around here so we're not using up one of these little spots. Maybe I can do that. Actually, it doesn't even matter. We have a bunch of these. I washed a bunch of my palette dishes, so I have a lot. Hi, Lynn. How are you? All right. Here is what we're doing. We're doing the frame. Okay, so there are about 24 of these inserts to go with this. I'm going to show you how to do the frame. The scallop one's the same. So you would just paint the two front pieces and then you're going to glue it to the back. Okay. So I think maybe on the one that there is not two pieces that you have to paint the back part. On the scallop, I'll have to take a look at it. We'll look at that one. We'll do that one another day. Anyways, we're doing the frame part and then we're going to do an insert. But I want the frame part to be drying. So we will do this. I can bring in a smaller board too for the other part, for the insert. So frame first so it can dry. So that when we go to put the insert in it, it doesn't fall apart. These are so cute. You know, sometimes you just need an insert that is smaller. This one's kind of different. I like it. They actually have a mini version of this, but I haven't cut those out yet. There's a lot of little inserts. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can only do so much, guys. I can only do so much. And plus, you know, Tara, whenever I add things, I add them on my computer, and then I have to send them over to Tara's computer because we don't have like a central. I wish we had like a server where we could both get the files off of that, but our system doesn't work that way. We have two individual computers, one hooked up to each of the big lasers. The smaller laser is hooked up to my computer. And then I have a whole separate computer for my work, for my job. But one laser has a computer, another laser has a computer. So the files on my laser are in a different format. The program is new. That's the problem, is that the Corel Draw is a brand new version and the one on Tara's is older, so we'll have to send it differently. So whenever I create like dozens of files like this, then I have to email them all to her and she has to save them to her computer. So it's a little stressful. It's a little stressful when Darlene has a weekend where I add 24 new files. Hey Deb, how are you? Hi Ellen. Good morning, everybody. Okay, all right, so let's pull this off And we're going to ink the edges, and we'll glue that together with the backer. Let's get this out of the way because we're going to bring in a small board to do the insert. I just wanted to show you how to do this. There's a whole bunch of inserts, but we're going to start with one of the fall ones. Okay, so here's the backer, but I am gonna ink the edges on this. So I'm just gonna ink them with this one. It does show up, even though it's brown, it does show up on here. Kind of makes it rustic a little bit. Yep, I'll do the inside too. Do the inside. And then we'll set this to the side and it can be drying. If you want to sand it, you can. I can't find my sander. I have sanders in the other room, but not in here. You know, it's the story of my life. Where's this? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, we are getting organized though. It's nice to clear out some inventory, have some sales. We'll be having more sales of the size A and B transfers. So I'll be getting all of the fall and the Christmas ones out after I do the craft show. I actually, one good thing when I have the craft show set up, I have access to some things that are in the, I think that does, okay, like which end doesn't have anything on it. I have a little boo-boo here. I got a little carried away with that ink, so getting some of that off. I have stuff in the shed that I need to access that I can't get to right now because there's all my craft show stuff there. I have cash registers and all of that. So it'll be easier for me to get the size A and B. That was my problem why I couldn't do everything. Plus, there was enough things in this sale. There were plenty of things in the sale. We'll do the size A and B separately. And I'm trying to just do categories. Like if I just stick to the fall and Christmas, that's easy. And then after that, we'll do an everyday one. It's like a little here, a little there. Get those retired transfers into everybody's hands. Those transfers aren't available anymore. Chocateur is not bringing back their fall ones from last year. They might bring back one or two, but they did say that those ones from last year are not coming back right now. So, if I have them for you, then that's a good thing. It's a good thing. And we had a little meeting, and that was one of the things that they said. You know how a lot of times they'll release all the older ones? They're not doing that right now. So if you didn't notice. So I'm glad that a lot of you guys purchased a lot of fall / Halloween and Christmas ones from me. Okay. All right. There's a little bit of glue down in the corner. I'm going to grab a Q-tip. There's one there. We'll get some of that cleaned up. And I do want this to dry, but I'm going to flip it over. I do want to flip it over and put the hinge part on. So the stand. And then, okay, so making sure everything is even. Our insert's going to go in that. Let's see. Yeah, it really can be. Yeah, this is an interchangeable. Yeah. So this is one that's going to be interchangeable. This is our first insert that we're going to do. So I have to put, this is going to go on the back. It's going to be a stand. So this one doesn't hang on the wall. This is a stand. So the stand part, this goes on first and then we put that. But sometimes I'll just lay this here to get my area. Where does this part go? And then we'll set this to the side so it can be drying while we're painting our other. Okay, so then I'll just slide this out of the way like that. And then I'll put this back up here, make sure I didn't move anything. Get it set just perfect, just like that. There's only time for so much stuff, guys. I have so many things that I want to paint. I have my show that's coming up that I set up for on Saturday. I start setting up for my next craft show. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, setup. Yep. I'm usually done by the second day, as far as when I have to do the cash register and my own booth. And so then I'll probably take projects to paint or to assemble on the last day, or we have a craft swap area. I'll take things to tag because I need to do that. I need to get rid of some supplies. And so I might do that. I might just do that. Okay, let's bring in a small board to paint this. Okay, so see how that went? You put the back thing on and then you put the little side things in there on each side of this and then just glue it in. We'll set it to the side, let it dry. Could be an addition to your fairy garden. Oh yeah, fun. Yeah, and if you're putting it outside, you're just going to spray it. Okay, so where's my small board? Oh, here it is. I'm like, Darlene, what did you do with your small board? Okay, here it is. That's so funny. Okay, let me slide that up some more. Here we go. Jenny, when do you leave on your little vacay that you're going on? Soon? Jenny is going to be gone. She's not going to be able to do my show. I had an opening for her. And she can't be there. She's going to be gone. Darn it. Darn it. I wish she could be there. It's not often that we have openings at this show, but I just so happen to have a couple. So I got all of them filled. I have one that I need to respond back to today that I think that I need to send them a message. Okay, getting all my pieces out here. I need to put new tape on this. I need to put new tape. Let's get our pumpkin on here. There's our little stem. Okay, so the backer, I'm going to do light buttermilk because that'll show up really good. So I like light buttermilk. It's a good base color. Okay, get our light buttermilk. Where's my little, oh, here's this. Okay, and I need to get a paper towel for all my paintbrushes. I just set them over here. Okay, let's get this going. All right, so I know this is really cute. I love doing changeables just because it's something fun that you can get the base part and then you can change it out, put something new. Each month you could get one or get two to go in there. You could get 2 different frames if you wanted. Totally up to you, but kind of fun. If you wanted something to go on your desk, it's small enough to go on your desk area. It's not too big, but it's big enough. Okay, there's that. There's base coat of the light buttermilk. We're gonna do, I just grabbed a green. This is avocado. You could use medium Hauser green, aloe, whatever green you want to use. I just grabbed the first one that I saw. And so it's avocado. It's an older, I can tell it's older because the label's older and it's a little chunky. It's not as smooth as it should be. I have a lot of jars that are older that I just need to get through, or I need to put them into my sale. So maybe what I'm going to do at my craft show is on Monday, all day on Monday at my craft show, I'm just going to be tagging all of my craft swap area. We're going to have quite a big area for that, which is good, which is a good thing. And I need to grab some baskets to put stuff in. That's one thing that people forget, is to bring baskets to put their stuff in. I am so guilty of that because I don't have a lot of baskets. I got rid of them. I used to put all my ornaments in baskets, and now I hang them. I pretty much hang them. So, but I should grab a bunch of baskets. Okay, so the green was avocado. The red is, what is this one? Let me look at it. I have to look at it because it's like a burgundy red. Which one did I grab? Alizarin crimson. So, hey Cheryl, how are you? Happy Tuesday. We are doing our insert. Okay, so I did the frame already. Frame's easy. You just paint it and glue it together. And we've got our little crows. We're going to paint eyeball. Oh, I have to get white for eyeball. And I have yellow for the beak. So there's our little crows. Okay, let me get white down because I will need that. And then orange. So we're going to use spice pumpkin. And then we have the stem. We'll do our stem brown. So spice pumpkin. This is a very simple one. There are a whole bunch. So, and the price is good too. So if you look at it and you get your discount from the VIP group, join the VIP group, guys, because the discount is over there. I'm going to give you the link for all this, and then we'll do our second coats on everything. There's my Spice Pumpkin. Let me get brown. So gonna do, let's just do a burnt umber for, oh, I forgot the center part. Darlene, you can do your pumpkin egg color if you want to do it one of the colors like we did yesterday, and we did a green one. That would be really cute too. So burnt umber for the stem. Are you doing any more? I am. You know what? The Christmas in July, I kind of put it on hold for a minute. I'll catch up. I intended on doing one every single day, and then I'm kind of stuck. I was pulling orders for you guys from the sale, and then I cut out all of these. I spent a whole day cutting out all of these orders, or all of these kits for the inserts. So yeah, that was, so I'm behind a few days. I'm behind. I'll catch up. I wanted to have one for every single day for you guys. Let me see. Let me give you the link for this. It's in its own section, and it is called Arch. Let me find it. Let me find. Hello, where are you? Hello. Let me get to this section. Collection. Here's the collection, and it is Arch Frame and Inserts. And oh, it looks like there's a lot. There's actually 31. So there's three different frames, but they're all on the same. So there's 30 different inserts. I'm going to give you the link. Share this collection. Some of them are similar. Like there's a couple of fall ones, and there are that are like, there's 2 different pumpkins. There's 2 different snowman. Okay, there's the link for this collection. Hi, Julie. How are you? You're welcome, Holly. Okay, there's that. Okay, let me give you my link for the VIP group. Most of you have been there, but sometimes you get confused because it is a different area. That's where discount codes and sales take place. Okay, so there's that. Okay, let's dry this. Let's get our second coat on. So this is easy peasy this morning. I have some really cute chocolate tour stuff coming up tomorrow. I'll probably do a couple of projects that I know, I'm like, plus I need to do some t-shirts. So I have them to wear to my craft show. Yeah, I definitely need some new t-shirts. Some fall, Halloween. I love stuff like that. I need some short sleeve ones. I have a bunch of long sleeve ones, but it is not quite time. It is still hot outside. It's a little confusing for our next craft show because it is not fall yet. It's still summer. But yet we're going to have Christmas stuff there. And then also it's, leading into fall. So some people will have fall stuff out. Our craft show is going to be pretty unique, I think, because every booth might be a little different. Some people might have a whole bunch of Christmas out. Some people might have fall. Some people might have summer. And then, of course, we have our people like that have jewelry or soap that's just like everyday stuff. But yeah, doesn't have a theme. Anyways, yeah, it's gonna be fun. If you're here in this area, or even if you're in the next county, it is worth the drive. I promise you. You will not regret driving. Bring a friend, come down and visit. We have people that come from out of state. So we have people that come from Nevada and Arizona for the craft show. They're on the mailing list, and they say, don't take me off because I specifically come over, and they come and visit their family, and they come over to go and shop. So yeah, it's kind of funny. It's a tradition for a lot of people. Okay, this is, so we have avocado, we have, what was this one? Alizarin crimson. We have black, we have spiced pumpkin, and we have burnt umber. Okay. I know, I wish you lived closer too. You comment on the, I know, Cheryl. I always encourage people to check for microchip, because you never know when you're going to reunite a dog that's been missing for a long time. Honestly, Chloe's been missing for 19 months. I am not giving up. I'm not actively searching for her, but I still make those comments and I still post her flyer, because guess what? If I post her flyer, it might help another dog get home, because people look at it and they're motivated by the reward. Okay, so they're going to take this dog that they found in to see, is this dog Chloe, you know? And it might be another dog, and they reunite it with the owner. So Chloe's story has helped reunite a lot of people with their dogs, because I have, in me telling the story and saying, hey, you know, 'cause when people find a dog, they always, a lot of times these people, they assume that a dog was dumped. It's not necessarily true. I read about a guy that was carjacked recently, and they dumped the dog out at a gas station, and he was tracking his car because his phone actually was left in his car, so he's actually able to track the car and get his car back right away. But they dumped his dog at a gas station. Somebody else picked the dog up. The dog is miles and miles and miles down the road from where the car was hijacked, because they're trying to get away. And someone found the dog, and it was microchipped. And so the dog went home. And that's what I always stress. First thing to do when you find a dog is check for a microchip, because hopefully people have learned at some point that microchipping is the fastest way to get your dog home. And if you think that your dog will never go missing because you're a perfect pet owner, and that your dog's never going to get loose and you always do all the things, think of Chloe, because Chloe's situation was very unique. You know, for those of you that are new to my page, Chloe's my dog that went missing 19 months ago when I was on travel. Okay, so her story is so sad. I tell people and they cry. I mean, she has the saddest story. Even rescue people will cry over it, because I was on travel. I was in Utah for leadership, and Sarah was there. Sarah knows how upset I was. I lost it. I went over the edge, basically. I called my husband to check on him, and he was out searching for Chloe. He's like, my worst nightmare has come true. Chloe's missing. My daughter had been watching her while he went on a ride with all the rest of the people, and Stubby needed to go potty. He squatted down to poop in the trailer. She scooped Stubby up, ran out the door with him, and Miss Chloe followed, went out the trailer door, and she just kept running. She didn't stop. My daughter ran trying to keep up with her, but you cannot chase down a dog. You can't. I mean, that's like the worst thing to do. You will never catch that dog. That dog is faster than you. So Chloe ran through camp after camp, and they searched forever. And, you know, we did find out later that she had been picked up by somebody, and they kept her. So anyways, I won't give up on trying to find her. Dogs have been reunited with their owners months and months and months later. So I'm always hopeful. And I always try to encourage everyone that finds a dog, the very first thing to do is to check for a microchip, because that is the easiest way to get a dog home. And that shows true ownership. Okay. So somebody could have found the dog, like the story that I posted recently about the dog that had gone missing and was gone for 6 years, and someone found it and they kept it. And then it went missing from them. A lady found it and it had been neglected. And so the rescue lady refused to give it back to the owner until it had gone to the vet to be evaluated. And it goes to the vet and gets checked, and it has a microchip, and it's been missing for 6 years. And so it went back to its family. So even things like that, you know, even when somebody surrenders a dog to a shelter, I always encourage them, or they'll surrender to a rescue. I encourage them to check for microchip. You don't know if that person was the true owner or if they actually found the dog years ago and just never found the real owner. You just don't know those things. So yeah, microchip is the best way. So if you have a dog and you haven't microchipped it yet, please do that. It does not cause cancer like some people are crazy and think it causes cancer. It does not. It's the size of a piece of rice. It's very easy to insert into the dog. Every dog should be microchipped. Okay, there we go. There's my rant for the day. Oreo, anything about Oreo? Do you mean, the dog that was rescued and weighed like about, I don't know, 18 pounds and should have been 40 pounds? It is, Oreo's back with its owner, but I haven't seen pictures recently. Yeah, I hadn't seen pictures. So, it's horrible, Sarah. It's horrible. Okay, yeah, Sarah was there. I lost it. I basically, I was uncontrollably crying when Chloe went missing. Yeah. I'm still emotional about it. Sorry. That's just my life. I'm still emotional about it because it still hurts me. It still hurts me that it happened, that it was so avoidable. All right. Okay. So let's get this figured out. This goes here, that goes there. Okay, perfect. Let's get all our big pieces on, and I think I can just use my sponge for some of this. I could probably use my glue, my bottle of glue for this, but I got my sponge right there. You don't have to put glue on the entire thing. Just put it on part of it. Make sure it's on there. We'll get our pumpkin in here. I think I want to speckle this one. I think I want to speckle it with black. Yeah. Gosh, guys. Yeah. I look at my story with Chloe, and many dogs have gone home because of her. And sometimes you think that things happen for a reason like that. And it's very possible that, things like that happen. And then look at all the other dogs that I have. Look at Miss Sophie, who came into our life, that we thought was, I had glue right there that went out. We thought was Chloe. That's so funny, huh? I might have tears running down my face. I told you I'm a mess sometimes. Yeah, I might have tears running down my face. Sorry. Let me just fix that. Yeah. I think it's something you never get over, losing a dog like that. Oops, there is glue. There is glue oozing out of the top of this bottle. Let's get that off of there. Yeah, the way that it all happened is something that you just don't get over that. My husband said he feels like he aged 10 years when it happened. He became suicidal. It was terrible. It was a horrible, terrible thing. Yep, not a good thing. Not a good thing. So, anyways, that's what's going on. So whoops, that wasn't good. It jumped right out of my hand. Okay, I think I'm going to speckle this in black. I think that would look really cute. I think it needs something. I think it does. I have a toothbrush right there for that. Some of you might not know how to speckle. You might be new on my page and you're like, what is she talking about speckling? I use a toothbrush to do mine. It just puts like little fine dots on it. Okay, done with that. Okay, let me get a paper towel for this glue. All right, look how cute this is. This is so cute and so basic. And I'm not going to put raffia or anything like that on it. You can if you want to. Let me wipe my eyes. Make sure there's no glue on this part. Glue my eyes shut. Okay. All right. So here's our frame. I'm going to move that to the side because we're going to speckle this. Just scooch that right there out of the way. It's okay, Cheryl. For sure. Could use some good thoughts and prayers for a good labor and delivery. Your stepdaughter is being induced today. Oh my goodness. Yes. We will say some prayers for her. Oh, your stepdaughter. Oh. Well, I am praying that everything goes well with that. I know you have good doctors over there. I have a lot of paper towels that I brought from the other room. Let me just get this all covered so that we can protect our area. Here's all my ones that I normally use. There we go. That's exciting though. A new baby? How exciting. Being induced is never fun. I thought I had to have that. It's not a fun thing. Yeah, my last baby Kyle, he didn't want to come out, and he was almost 10 pounds, but he needed to come out. It was time for him to come out. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I need a little bit of water. Let me just but I have the black right there, so I am just going to do this. We're just going to grab one of these, put a little bit of water. Okay, and then I have a paper towel right here that I can use. And we are just going to put little fine speckles on here. Okay, water, paper towel, paint, paper towel, water, paper towel. Tap, 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 tap. This is just a toothbrush. I'm going to pull my finger backwards on this. I usually will like test a little area. There we go. Just like very quickly just pull your finger back and point that toothbrush downward onto your project. Okay, just like that. As little or as much as you want. I think that's good. Okay. And this just washes just like a paintbrush. I just washed it up. That finger there, gonna take a paper towel and just get that off of there. Yep. And if my Clorox wipes weren't all dried out, I'm gonna spray a Clorox wipe, and I can use that to get it off too. And then we'll dry this. Okay, so it just kind of adds, I'm going to bring it up close to the camera so you can see what it did. It just puts a few little speckles on there. See my little speckles? That's all it does. Cute. Okay, let's move this stuff out of the way. And this just had water in it, so I don't really need to do anything with that. I'll just sop that water up, move that, and use that later. This just gets folded up. I saved these and put them up here. Let's dry this, and we're going to bring our frame in, and we're done for today with this. Okay, so dry. It dries really quickly because those are watered down. If you feel like you're not good at this, test it on paper first. Take a piece of paper and just test your speckles out on your paper. All right, there's our frame. Let's put this in there. Okay. It just fits right in here. There is a hole, so when it's in there, you can press it out if it's tight in there. And it just goes like that. So it stands like this. Isn't that so cute? I just think it's adorable. There's a whole bunch of them. Whole bunch. There's even a birthday one. Okay, let me put you up to myself here. What do you think? I think it's adorable. Let me go in closer for you guys. I love it. And I have so many different ones. I have Thanksgiving and I have Christmas. I even have Hanukkah. There is winter, then you move into Valentine's and spring and Easter. There's a really cute one, really nice religious one. There's summer ones, there's everyday ones. Yep, so 31 including the frame. So there's a couple different frames. Let me see if I can bring up the other frames. Let's see. So I do have pictures here of the scallop. So let me just see if I can do that so I can show you the scallop frame so that you see what that's like. There's a close-up of that, and then there's a double scallop. Let me see if I have it with something inside of it so that you can kind of Let me see. I'm looking at all my pictures here. Which one? Which one has it? Maybe this one. Wait, nope, that's not. It's hard to tell on this little small screen. I think that the Easter one has a double. Okay, so this is the Easter one, and it has the double. Isn't that cute? Aren't they fun? So there's a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of them, guys. Anyways, I showed you the basics. So I will be painting them here and there, and I might just paint some of them up on my own. If you ever need colors, just ask me. I'm usually pretty good. I can get you close. You know, I can say, oh, I think that it was this, or use this color, this will work. We use the same colors over and over. Okay, if you don't want it to be as far back, you can adjust the back part. See how it's like this? You can also adjust it up if you don't like it to be as angled. Isn't that fun? I probably won't make these for the craft show. We have the windows. I don't know that I want to do a whole nother insert series for my craft shows because it just makes it hard. I have to take a whole area. I'm really excited. I have the window inserts. Oh, I just got my my Thanksgiving one done. I'll post a picture of that because I did how many? Eight of the Thanksgiving insert for the window last night. So I got those ready. Okay, guys, that's it. Yay. Thank you for being here. That was a fun project. We have lots of fun Chocolate Tour transfers coming up. Can't wait till next month to have more of our Peanuts collection coming up. Oh my goodness, guys. It's so exciting to have those coming and not know what it is. I'm like, how many will there be? I'm hoping there's like 8 or 10. That would be nice, huh? All right, comments, questions, anything. Make a Christmas one too. Yes, there's lots of Christmas ones of these. There are a lot. Let me show you. Let me show you one of the Christmas ones. There's a bunch of Christmas ones. There's a really cute Santa one. Where is he? Santa, where are you? Is that? Oh yeah, here he is. Here's the Santa. Here is Santa. There's Santa. There's other ones with snowmen. There's a whole bunch. There's 31, including the frame. Here's a Boo one. Yeah, there's a Boo. Yeah, tons of them, guys. For every holiday. All right, guys. Hope you had a fun time. I love bringing all these projects to you because I get to craft every day. So I'm making something that makes me happy, and I hope it makes you happy too. I love you guys. You're like the best thing in my life. Can you imagine if I just came in here and was talking to myself? Years ago, I used to do tutorials and I posted them on YouTube. It never went anywhere. But it wasn't fun because I wasn't interacting with anybody. Can you believe that? Like 15 years ago, I did tutorials for YouTube and no one knows about them. They're probably still out there on a stupid channel that I forgot about. Yeah, I should search my name. They're probably still out there. Anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for being here. And thanks for loving each other and praying for each other. We're gonna be praying for Cheryl, for her stepdaughter, that the delivery goes nice and everything goes smoothly. We're gonna pray for the doctors and pray for that sweet little baby that's coming into this world. So guys,